This is the TECNO Camon 18 Premier powered by the MediaTek Helio G96 processor. It comes standard with 8GB of RAM, it has an AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, a gimbal stabilized camera, and it looks pretty. But is it better than the king of budget smartphones, the Redmi Note 10 Pro? Well, let's find out. Let's start off with the price. Right now, you can pick up the TECNO Camon 18 Premier for 182,000 Naira or $319, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro is out of stock. Pointex, slot, nobody has it. If you go on GG, you're going to see the Redmi Note 10 Pro going for around 140,000 Naira to 200,000 Naira. A friend of mine was so excited about the 140,000 Naira price, he ran to Computer Village, bought the smartphone, opened the box, and what he saw was the fastest and expensive soap he has ever bought. So for the price, brand new, they're about the same. I just remembered I got the Redmi Note 10 Pro for 124,000 Naira when it came out, and now it is 180,000 Naira. Lord have mercy. Now, even though they're about the same price, you get more accessories with the TECNO Camon 18 Premier. You get true wireless earbuds, which are valued at 7,000 Naira. You also get wired headphones in the box, a TPU case, fast charger. While the Redmi Note 10 Pro, well, you get a TPU case, USB Type-C cable, and a charger. That's it. Why is Xiaomi so stingy? Now let's talk about the build quality of both smartphones. The rear of both smartphones is made from glass. The Redmi Note 10 Pro front and rear glass is protected with Corning Gorilla Glass 5, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier is protected with glass made by AGC. Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on paper will offer better resistance to drops, but glass is glass and glass will break no matter how strong it is. Now for the frame, both smartphone frames is made from plastic, and for the weight, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier is the heavier device. As for water resistance, the Redmi Note 10 Pro is an IP53 dust and splash resistant smartphone, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier doesn't have an IP rating but can be submerged in water and will survive. Do not try this at home, guys. This is why I review phones for you. For the build quality, I would have to give it to the Redmi Note 10 Pro because Corning Gorilla Glass 5 is stronger than the Dragon Trail glass on the TECNO Camon 18 Premier. Now let's take a look at both smartphones to see what they have externally. For the similarities, both smartphones come with a 3.5mm audio jack, dual microphones, USB Type-C ports, dual nano SIM card, and memory card tray. Now for the differences, the Redmi Note 10 Pro has two speakers that are louder than the single speaker on the TECNO Camon 18 Premier. Redmi Note 10 Pro also has an IR blaster to control devices like the air conditioner. On the right side of both smartphones, you're going to see the volume buttons and the power/fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner on both smartphones are fast and accurate, but the TECNO Camon 18 Premier is slightly faster. The Face Unlock feature is also present on both smartphones, and again the TECNO Camon 18 Premier is faster. Now for the external features, I'd have to give it to the Redmi Note 10 Pro because it has dual stereo speakers. Once you experience two speakers, there's no way you're going to go back to one, especially if you like consuming media on your smartphone or if you like playing games. Now moving to the display, the size is almost similar. The TECNO Camon 18 Premier has a 6.7-inch display, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro comes with a 6.67-inch display. Both smartphones have an AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels. Both displays have a 120Hz refresh rate. For the brightness, well, the Redmi Note 10 Pro is brighter, making it the better choice to use outdoors or under direct sunlight. The Redmi Note 10 Pro display supports HDR10, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier doesn't. So for the display department, the Redmi Note 10 Pro has the better panel. Now moving on to the processor, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier comes with the MediaTek Helio G96 processor, which is a 12nm processor, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro comes with the Snapdragon 732G processor, which is an 8nm processor. For the synthetic benchmark test, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier has the higher Antutu benchmark score. For Geekbench, the Redmi Note 10 Pro has the higher single-core score, while the multi-core score is also higher, but it's close. And for 3D Mark, which shows the graphic performance of a smartphone, the Redmi Note 10 Pro scores higher. Which processor is better? Well, it depends on what you use your smartphone for. I noticed that for video editing, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier is significantly faster. Now what about for gaming? Well, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier played PUBG on HD graphics and high frame rate. The gameplay was smooth. The Redmi Note 10 Pro also played PUBG on HD graphics and high frame rate, so it's about the same. Now for Call of Duty, the Redmi Note 10 Pro played the game at very high graphics and very high frame rate. TECNO Camon 18 Premier on the other hand played at medium graphics and high frame rate. The gameplay was fluid on both smartphones, but you would notice the medium graphics on the TECNO Camon 18 Premier. So for the gamers out there, the Redmi Note 10 Pro is the better device for gaming. For the operating system, both smartphones are running Android 11 with their various skins. The TECNO Camon 18 Premier has iOS version 8.0 and it looks polished and on par with MIUI 12.5.8 in terms of looks, icons and even animation. But the area I will knock iOS is in the app drawer. You can swipe down to go back to the home screen, and for the notification area, they look similar. Both smartphones got their inspiration from iOS. Now for ads, I'm yet to see ads on the TECNO Camon 18 Premier. For the Redmi Note 10 Pro on the other hand, well, ads are kind of hidden. You would have to open a system app like File Manager to see ads, or when you install an application. For software updates, both smartphones will receive the Android 12 update. For the front-facing cameras, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier comes with a 32-megapixel selfie camera, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro comes with a 16-megapixel selfie camera. And right from the start, you can see that the Redmi Note 10 Pro takes better-looking pictures. Pictures captured using the front-facing camera on the Redmi Note 10 Pro are sharper. For indoors, it's the same thing. Pictures look sharper on the Redmi Note 10 Pro. For portrait shots, the bokeh looks better on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, same with the skin tone. Under direct sunlight, HDR mode is better on the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Now moving to the rear cameras, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier has a 64-megapixel main camera, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro has a 108-megapixel main camera. At night, both smartphones take amazing pictures, but when it gets really dark, the Redmi Note 10 Pro shows more details. A party trick the TECNO Camon 18 Premier has is the ability to take pictures of the moon. It can zoom up to 6x and capture footage like this. Now back to the main camera, both smartphones take good pictures of food, but I would have to give it to the TECNO Camon 18 Premier as it makes the food look more inviting. When it comes to capturing details, the Redmi Note 10 Pro's 108-megapixel camera does a better job capturing pictures of the sky. The Redmi Note 10 Pro adds saturation to the sky and it makes it pop, making it pleasing to the eye and also good for social media, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier captures just exactly how the sky looks. The Redmi Note 10 Pro has a 2-megapixel depth sensor, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier doesn't have one, and for portrait shots, the Redmi Note 10 Pro does a better job. Now for the wide-angle camera, the Redmi Note 10 Pro has an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier has a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera. The 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera has a wider lens, but for details, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier looks better. Redmi Note 10 Pro also has a 2-megapixel macro camera, while the TECNO Camon 18 doesn't have one. Alright, now from the front-facing camera, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier can shoot in 2K 30 frames per second, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro can only shoot in 1080p 30 frames per second. Which one sounds better? Which one looks better? Let me know in the comment section below. So guys, the TECNO Camon 18 Pro has this video bokeh mode where it blows out the background. The downside is it's shooting in 720p 30 frames per second, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro doesn't have that feature. So is it a feature worth having? Are you going to use it? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so the gimbal camera is on the wide-angle camera on the TECNO Camon 18 Premier, while the wide-angle camera on the Redmi Note 10 Pro has EIS. So let's see which one is more stable when it comes to video. So let me just run. For For the battery department, the Redmi Note 10 Pro has a bigger battery. It comes with a 5020 mAh battery, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier comes with a 4750 mAh battery. For the charging time, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier charges from 0 to 100% in 1 hour 4 minutes, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro charges from 0 to 100% in 1 hour 43 minutes. For the battery drain test, I calibrated the display of both smartphones to have almost the same brightness level. I launched Genshin Impact, which is one of the most demanding games out there, played the game for 2 hours, and the TECNO Camon 18 Premier battery dropped to 67%, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro battery dropped to 66%. I allowed Genshin Impact to play for 1 more hour, making it 3 hours, and the battery level on the TECNO Camon 18 Premier dropped to 48%, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro battery dropped to 49%. I launched the camera app of both smartphones, set the resolution to 1080p, and recorded for 1 hour. The battery level on the Redmi Note 10 Pro dropped to 37%, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier battery dropped to 32%. I ran 3D Mark for 1 hour, and the Redmi Note 10 Pro battery dropped to 21%, while the TECNO Camon 18 Premier battery dropped to 15%. I switched back to Genshin Impact, and at 5 hours 50 minutes, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier is pronounced dead, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro battery is at 7%. 26 minutes later, the Redmi Note 10 Pro battery got to 0, and it lasted for 6 hours 16 minutes, which is impressive. So for the battery department, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier charges faster, 40 minutes faster, while for the battery drain test, the Redmi Note 10 Pro lasted longer, 26 minutes longer. So guys, in conclusion, the TECNO Camon 18 Premier merely adopted the dark, but the Redmi Note 10 Pro was born in it. TECNO did a good job with the TECNO Camon 18 Premier, but the winner of this comparison is the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Long live the king. Thank you for watching. If you found this video to be useful, hit the like button, hit this icon to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching once again, and I will see you guys soon. Valo, signing out.